before we start, I'm just going to make some fire starter, and this is char cloth. So you take cotton wool, very nice and fluffy, and you're basically going to turn this into a charcoal cloth. And it's very, very good at starting fires, even better than normal cotton. It's nice to have a little bit of cotton mixed in, but another main advantage is that it's black, and black absorbs heat a lot better than just this plain, more reflexive white cotton. So by having it more blackened, you can actually use a magnifying glass. So just going to put it on the gas stove. You can also start this in a fire, but I have a gas stove, it's hot and it's more efficient, so I'm just going to do this. So this is what's come out. I just took it out before I set the camera. It's much lighter than normal cotton wool. It's a lot more surface area. See, this is similar sort of texture, except for this is basically charcoal. A few different ways of making fire, and the differences between them is mainly you want to select whichever method is the best for you currently. If you've got, like I do, a fully stocked survival kit, a lot of these are going to be way easier because you're going to have multiple things. A proper survival kit is going to have lights or matches. But assuming that you don't have it and you have a few things, I'm just going to go over a couple of things. First thing is, this is char cloth that I like to have in a survival kit just in case. Showed you how to make it earlier. The main advantage of this is that it can be used with a magnifying glass. However, just show you what it looks like when you spark it up. I need to catch it better. Okay. See what happens when you spark it up? You just blow on it. It doesn't really ignite. So because it doesn't really burst into an open flame, but rather stays smouldering, char cloth makes for great things to catch something like, especially when you're using a magnifying glass, or in some cases just a glass bottle or a piece of glass. Your glass is your cracked phone screen, anything that can have some sort of magnifying effect. The issue with it is that it works very well with char cloth to get it there, but you need to move on, so put this aside. Next thing, the best thing to start a fire with is cotton wool. It's very light, very easy. Stick your flint in, a little bit of a scooping motion, and like that. Now, the disadvantages is that you're not going to be taking charcoal along everywhere. You can do a similar thing, you can get some of it, but it'll be like this much. If you have jeans on, and you can strop off the top layer of jeans. It doesn't work with anything else, but that thick denim can strop off the top layer and you get, it's still cotton, just slightly bluish, but it looks something like that, and you can use it the same if I don't have jeans on. Another great method, even if you're bad at it, is this is just some ethanol or near pure alcohol. This stuff you just add a splash to whatever you're doing, and you know, I had one of my favourite things when I was doing it backwards on camp, and the person spilled a little bit on the person next to me's fire and nearly burnt their eyebrows off. Very, very easy, and that will burn for a while, a bit longer than normal charcoal, and you can put your stuff on it. It's also nice to keep in a survival kit just for disinfecting wounds and stuff like that. Another one that's often thrown around is steel wool and something like a 9-volt battery. It's not very easy to do, but what you will most probably have in a survival kit is, though I'm not going to show it to you today because it's very difficult, is a lithium polymer battery or a phone battery. If you're in a plane crash and your phone's completely broken, or you've got something you've lost in the woods, your phone battery is completely flat, no use for it, you can't charge it up. If you actually pierce it with any sort of sharp object, it will start to combust. Think Note 6s, how notable those were for bursting into fire. You can use that in a survival situation. Or you can do the 9-volt battery and you can just get a spark from the terminals like that. It works a lot better with the lithium polymer batteries because though they're slightly lower voltage, they've got a lot higher amperage, so the sparks will be, though shorter, they'll be fatter. So another thing that a lot of people like to do is magnesium, and this is because magnesium burns quite hot and can be actually started off by the flint. So what you generally want to do is you want to get some filings, and you want to put it inside a little cupped thing of cotton. And you just cupping motion. I like to, if you zoom in, keep my knife or something like that, and then twist my knife or pushing down with my thumb. This causes it, instead of just doing that, it causes, although it does wear down the flint quick, it gets your fire started a lot quicker. You can see, although it's there, I'm not going to do the thing with my hand. You can see there's a little bit of magnesium. You can see there's a little bright spot. Cool. Now, this disappointing thing about cotton is, even if you're lucky enough to have jeans, it's very difficult to just happen to have this unless you've got a survival kit prepped. So other things that you can use instead is palm fronds, especially when we're living in the tropics. Also, a lot of plants, just take a look around your surroundings, a lot of plants have a slightly mesh-like fibre just so that their seeds can be carried in the wind, which is where cotton originates from. So also fynbos, if it's near the burning season, that can be very flammable. So once you've got your bit of whatever firing, it's often very difficult to keep it going, and that's the thing that a lot of people fail at. So after trying, they eventually get their cotton, but then they can't really continue from that. They can't anything else, and that's where what you've got. So you've got your tinder, which is your cotton or your jean stropping or plant matter that's just got a very nice fine consistency. Any sort of that's, it feels soft to the touch. It doesn't. You don't want it to be too rough. So you want the next step. So where a lot of things go wrong is want what's called kindling. So what I'm just doing is using my knife to just split wood into almost about twice as thick as a match head almost. And this is your kindling, which is what you use to get your bigger pieces lit. Now, got a few more of these. Just position those, you just want to get them lit. Same thing, scoop, and then you just want to let it go gently. What I'm just going to do is I'm just going to add some magnesium, that can help. Yeah, that worked a lot better. It bounces quickly, and you can see a lot of this is just being careful. And then you can go from this stuff and you can start adding the bigger stuff. The thing that to remember about fire is patience is key. Unless you have something which burns really quickly, this is all you're going to be having, and it's going to be a bit irritating for a while. Just cotton that I had alcohol on. This is why alcohol is so nice. It burns really quickly and quite hot and for a while. So you can start getting your bigger and bigger pieces. Start doing this. Bigger and bigger. You can see you've got a decently sized fire here, and you can start building this up. Slowly but surely with bigger and bigger things. Just got my little extractor set up so I don't set off the smoke alarm. Start going from here and you just start gently. You don't want to just throw stuff on, because you throw it, look, it gets upset. The little delicate pellet gets upset. So that's why I take it quite personally if somebody just goes and messes up throws stuff on my fire.